What are the geopolitical implications of the sale of Essar Oil to Rosneft, given the deepening of energy relations between China and Russia? How India can strengthen its energy security in the event Rosneft gets sucked into a geopolitical imbroglio. GS Paper 2, Bilateral, Regional and Global Groupings and Agreements Involving India and/or Affecting India's Interests. What is the context about? It's often remarked that in international relations, there are no perpetual friends or perpetual enemies, rather eternal and perpetual interests. The recent deal between Rosneft, a very important Russian state-owned oil company who has a global presence, and the CSE, a Chinese company, is of this nature. Both companies, while are basically joint in a commercial deal, but the backgrounds of their leaders is explicit of their political connections. The geopolitical implications of the sale of Essar Oil to Rosneft. It confirms the deepening energy relations between the two countries. Russia is already, for instance, the largest supplier of crude oil to China. The deepening energy bonhomie between Russia and China, China's doctrine of string of pearls, for example, it has leased the Sri Lankan port of Hambantota and will develop the Pakistan port of Gwadar, and Russia's ownership of the port of Yojana, are the recently predicted developments due to broadening perspective on Rosneft. Rosneft's direct and indirect, via China, involvement with Iran, Pakistan, and India, could be persuaded to broker the resurrection of the economically compelling Iran-India-Pakistan gas pipeline. How India can strengthen its energy security in the event Rosneft gets sucked into a geopolitical imbroglio. In this scenario, India must think about diversity of energy sources for its energy security. Some of them may be exploring the untapped resources in India itself. For example, KG Basin is a good approach, and similar approach may be taken. PM visit to Arab countries will boost its oil imports. Saudi Arabia is the largest oil exporter to India, and hence energy security bilateral talks must be upgraded on time-to-time basis. India can go for harnessing wind and solar energy sources as well by setting up wind turbines on its long coastline. Acquisition of energy assets abroad in upstream oil sector and allowing foreign companies to acquire stakes in domestic downstream segment like the Essar deal. Transport sector is one of the biggest consumer of energy. Can concentrate on building alternative modes of transportation that are cheaper and more energy efficient.